On the subject of making something exceptional, I can remember when we were doing that workshop together last year, and I don't remember what the piece was as a whole. But we're talking about things making, a tattoo becoming exceptional with big noticeable things in the tattoo. But something that stood out to me was, you'll know the piece, I'm sure. That was like, it was the bottom of a leg, I think, and you were showing some of your older work to the students in the course, showing them explaining why you made what decisions. And I want to say it was like a street light or something that was low on a leg that was very like...
It was a kaiju destroying a city or whatever, and the one little thing that I just really liked about it was the interaction. It wasn't necessarily the streetlight, but the interaction between the character and that whole part of the scene. So it was stepping on a piece of an overpass that had collapsed, and you could see a semi-truck under the edge of the overpass. You could see the dip and the street lines and the little concrete barrier between the two lanes.
Yeah.
And then as the sidewalk progressed, there was a little tiny street light that was on in between the two fingers, because it was like a big 3-finger thing, It's smashing into the concrete, and in between the two fingers was a street light that was still on.
That's right.
And it's not just the street light, it was the interaction with the character's hand and the dip of the architecture or the landscape beneath it. It was all of that I felt really sold the design and made it exceptional, because if you just did a monster with some buildings in the background, like, it does the trick, but it doesn't give you that oomph.
Yeah.
And by doing that, I was able to get some size comparison. You can see the size of the street lamp, the median between the highways, the semi-truck underneath of the overpass, So it gives you the impression that this thing is massive.
Yeah.
And yeah, to me, the one thing that was so cool about it was that little tiny street light that was on that nobody ever saw.